Hi, I'm Libby Stroud, and today I'm going to be talking about my favorite sensation and perception topic, which is infant vision and face perception. So, why do infant vision and face perception matter? Understanding how newborns perceive the world, especially through vision, gives us insight into brain development. Face recognition is a critical tool for infants, helping them bond with caregivers and engage in their environment. And lastly, this topic is fascinating because it reveals the complexity and adaptability of the infant brain and just the human brain in general. How infants see the world. So, at birth, infants have a limited ability to focus on fine details. They can detect large contrasts, such as differentiating between light and dark shapes. They face challenges in recognizing faces. So faces appear unclear, but again, high contrast features like a dark hairline and a light forehead can be detected. At a distance of about 2 feet away, infants can notice contrasts but not fully recognize the face. Improvement in visual perception. By about 8 weeks, there's an enhanced contrast sensitivity, which leads to clear face recognition. By around 3 to 4 months, infants can distinguish emotions like happiness, surprise, and anger through facial features and the way people move their face. At around this time, infants can begin to recognize familiar animals such as cats and dogs, and they can now identify more features in the environment, improving their social engagement. The importance of faces. So, faces are central to an infant's visual experience, especially the face of their mother. And when it comes to facial features, high contrast border between the mother's forehead and hairline is crucial for recognition. In preferential looking studies, 2-day-old infants look at their mother's face around 63% of the time, which indicates that infant facial recognition is above random chance, especially in regards to their mother. Innate face recognition. So, newborns focus on faces. In the first hours of life, infants prefer moving faces over other objects. In neuroimaging studies, brains of 1 to 5-day-old infants respond more strongly to faces than to non face objects. And an innate predisposition suggests that the brain is hardwired to focus on faces. The role of experience in face recognition. So, when infants are given early exposure to caregivers, the more exposure to the mother leads to a stronger preference for her specific face. In 3-day-old infants, those that spent more time with their mother are more likely to look at her face over a stranger's. And with repeated exposure, it was found that experience refines and enhances face recognition abilities. The development of face perception. So, continued development. Infant face recognition abilities continue to mature throughout childhood. By 3 to 4 months, recognition of facial expressions becomes more refined. Moving into adolescence, this is where adult level face recognition abilities are achieved. And then neural development, the fusiform face area, otherwise known as the FFA, grows and matures into adulthood. Brain connectivity in infants. So, starting off with the visual cortex to FFA, even in newborns, there is functional connectivity between these brain regions. Moving on to pre-wired for face processing, the brain's early connections are set up to process faces, though the FFA continues to develop throughout childhood. And by the age of 8, the FFA is still smaller compared to grown adults, which highlights the continued development of brain connectivity. The fascination of infant face perception. Now, there are many, many more than this, but these were the things that I found the most fascinating. So, the first, we're starting with innate predisposition. Infants are born with an instinctive ability to recognize faces, which is essential for emotional bonding and for survival. Moving on to neuroplasticity, the brain's remarkable ability to adapt and grow in response to sensory experiences. And lastly, would be implications. So, the insights from face perception studies can inform early childhood education and developmental psychology. In conclusion, infant face recognition abilities evolve rapidly over the first 3 to 4 months, but continue developing into adolescence and even into adulthood. Early experiences, along with innate brain structures, shape an infant's ability to perceive and interpret faces. Lastly, the study of infant perception offers valuable insights into brain development, social behavior, and the power of early experiences in shaping cognitive abilities. Thank you.